Hey guys, it's Mr. Smith here. Today, I wanted to go over the video that you guys watched about the man at the Acropolis. So, this lesson is all about the three A's: Acropolis, Agora, and architecture. So, the Acropolis sat on top of the hill in the city limits. This was a fortress during attacks, and it was home to the Parthenon. The Parthenon was a temple dedicated to Athena and Poseidon. He talks about that in the video. Also, I saw something cool on YouTube the other day. I watched almost a whole thing where there was a guy playing the game Assassin's Creed, and he just gave a tour of the Parthenon. The Parthenon is on that game. I don't know which uh, Assassin's Creed game it was, but he just gave a full length tour of the Parthenon. It was very realistic and it was very informative. So I'll post that link, and you can check that out on your own time. I think you'd really, really enjoy it. All right, this year is all about developing a love for learning, and I know it's hard to do. But the more you do on your own, the more you're going to learn. So it's not all about grades. It's about learning something new and interesting. So I thought that was cool. And I thought you guys like to play games and you might enjoy that. Next. So that was the Acropolis. Now let's talk about the Agora. That was your question. What was the Agora used for in ancient Greece? The Agora is the hub of life. So basically, where you went to do anything. Maybe like the cafeteria in a school, possibly. Um, it was a marketplace and it was a meeting place. So lots of activity going on where you could get your goods, where you could talk to people and just enjoy each other's company. And someone that spent most of their life there was someone by the name of Socrates. He was a philosopher, and he would go there and just start basically talking about his thoughts on life. So people would come and listen to him, kind of like a political rally that we've seen over the course of the year, or maybe even like going to a comedy show, something like that. So he would just basically be talking in the Agora, and people would come and listen. So it was a marketplace, and it was a place to share ideas. So I've said this before. It was basically a marketplace of ideas. So that's the Agora. Make sure you answer that question. There were several of you that did not turn in that simple question after watching that video. Next is architecture. Architecture is a big part of that video. I'm not that interested in architecture, so I don't know too much about it, but I know some of you want to be an architect. So we'll get into it. There's three different types of architecture that the Greeks came up with. First was Doric. And so it has to do with the big columns you see on like government buildings. So you can tell if it's Doric architecture, it's called an order. If it's Doric order, Ionic order, or Corinthian order based on the columns. So we see these orders in some form of fashion with our government buildings, like the Capitol building or the state capitol in Kentucky, those humongous columns. Also, big churches. Churches have columns, especially the one in Barchtown. It's called St. Joseph's Church. It's very famous. It was like one of the first Catholic churches built. east of the Mississippi, something like that. I'll have to look that statistic up. But it is a humongous church in Bardstown, and it has those huge columns. So that's where we get some of our architecture from if you are interested in that kind of thing. So that pretty much wraps up that video. I wanted to make sure you understood what he was talking about. He's an older gentleman. He doesn't really put it in young person's terms. So hopefully this little review will help you understand. Please watch. By this time, you've already watched it. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying the snow. Let me know if you need anything. I just posted this to help you guys out. Have a good day and enjoy the snow and go Big Blue.